So let's stand and read that, please. Psalms 37:4. Then we have Psalms 145:16 through 21. And then our last scripture is going to be Psalms 27, verse 4. Let's all read together, please. Let's begin. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desire of thine heart. Thou openest thine hand and satisfies the desire of every living thing. Every living thing has a desire. That's interesting, isn't it? The Lord is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry and will save them. He fulfills desires. The Lord preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will be what? Will be destroyed. My mouth shall speak the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. Last verse we're going to look at. You can be seated for this one, because I'm going to talk about this a little bit here. But we just leave that up there for me, Joe. Today we want to talk to you a little bit about the desire of reality. The desire of reality. And before I get to going here, I also want us to remember the Lukes, Dr. Luke in particular, the loss of, who was that? His cousin, all right? I overlooked that. As soon as I looked at you, I remembered that, okay? We want to make sure that we remember the Luke family. Desire is a request or a petition. A desire is a request or a petition. Desire is also a strong feeling. Desire is also a strong feeling of waiting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Waiting for something or wishing for something to happen. I'm talking about what desire is right now. Everyone has desires. How many of you have a desire? Whatever it is. Everyone has desires. Okay? And so in Scripture we see David said there's one thing, and that's what I have up here. David said there's one thing have I desired of the Lord. And then he mentions three things, and that just indicates to us that all three things that he mentioned was tied to the one desire. And he said, one thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire where? All inquiries are made in the temple. Where's the temple? The temple is within you. You're not somewhere trying to hit God way up here somewhere. The temple is in you. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven resides within you. And so anytime you want to inquire in the temple, remember in this day, temples were like this. It was a building. But we know that the Most High did not want to dwell in buildings, but wanted to dwell in us. That was the ultimate temple. That was the ultimate business, that the ultimate place of business where the Most High wanted to do just that, transact business and be one with us. This is why in John chapter 10:30 it says, I and my Father are what? I and my Father are one. You cannot be one with anything or anybody that's separated from you. And so when we're talking about inquiring at in the temple, you're talking about inquiring within yourself. Even when you worship, you have to realize that when I worship and lift my hands and do all the things that I do in worship, I'm simply giving the Creator back to the Creator. I'm giving the Most High back to the Most High. Are y'all understanding that? And so it is a flow. It is a oneness. It is atonement. It is at oneism. And this is what goes on even in our worship. We walk and we talk and we breathe and we do all that we do with the Most High within us, within this temple, every single day of our lives. And if we would remember where the Most High chose to dwell, I think it would help us live a little bit better, because we would be very careful about what we say, where we go, how we handle ourselves, knowing that the Most High is looking, not just looking at me, but with me, within me, everywhere I go. Whatever you do and whatever you don't do, the Most High is with you and within this temple, right? So this is important for us to stay conscious of, because it would help us live a better life if we kept the Most High on our mind. I will keep you in perfect peace if your mind is stayed where? On me. That's what he said. And so I gotta, I'm not walking around 24/7, actually just thinking, about different things that pertain to the Most High. I just got to walk around with a consciousness of knowing that the Most High, I got to check in every now and then with the Most High on the inside. When I'm driving my car, I got to check in, and especially in those times when I'm by myself, I need to check in with myself. I got to do some checking and make sure that I'm staying connected to the one that's with me, that loves me, that's protecting me, that's doing everything I need to have done, that's making sure that my arms and my hands, my feet, my legs, everything is moving and doing what it's supposed to do. So we got to have a check-in daily as we move around and do what we do with the Most High. This is important because it'll keep us on track. So this is important for us. Yeshua told Peter that Satan has desired you. See, even the enemy has desires. And the desire is for the chosen people. The desire is to get at us. That's the enemy's desire. The enemy has a desire to get at us. The enemy don't desire to get at the ones that he already have, because he already have them. But the enemy desires anyone that's made up their mind to acknowledge the Most High and to worship and praise and to be everything that we need to be righteous, to live holy, to do the things that we do. We had a wonderful time, and I missed that too. I'll catch you later. I ain't going to cut in my message right now. But we had a wonderful time at my 65th birthday celebration. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I appreciate all of you all. I let that go, and I had it at the top of my list to say something about it. But anyway, my point is that as Elder Williams said, we enjoy ourselves. We had fun. We had, I think they started off the celebration with "It's All the Way Live" by Lakeside. And all the way live at 65. We had a wonderful time. We was dancing, and having a wonderful time. I missed my friend, Dr. Lou, but everybody else was there that could make it, and so we really had a good time. What's the point? The point is that when I talk about living righteous and living holy, I'm not talking about not having no fun. A lot of people feel like you can't do nothing, Not only we had Lakeside going, we had R. Kelly going, we had stuff moving up in the house, so don't misinterpret enjoying your life and feel like if you got to live righteous and holy, you can't do nothing. You got to just listen to worship music. Everybody that know me know that I'm a jazz man. I love jazz. I love R&B. I love anything that sounds good, that's good, that's decent music. I don't care. I got a country and western song in my phone right now, an old one that I like, Achy Breaky Heart. So, I just like to enjoy my life. And you need to enjoy your life too, and continue to enjoy your life, and know that the desires that you have a place to be manifested in your life. Somebody ought to say amen right there. Yes. So, just understand what we do, what we're around. Yeah, holistic living is what Pastor said. We care about the body, the soul, the mind. We concern about our spiritual life. But I just you got to have a zest for life. You got to live your life animated. Give life to certain things. This ain't no dead religion. This ain't something that you can't do nothing with. We were always festive people. Even the people that came from us, South American people. Have you ever noticed how festive they are? They dance, they move. And they got rhythm. Other people that not connected to us, they are learning how to have rhythm, but we were born with rhythm. Somebody say amen. We were born bobbing our head, and before we could talk, we was connected to the music, and doing what we did, because that's what we do. So we don't come to church or come to the Kanisa and start getting our lives right and feel like, okay, all the fun is gone, I can't party no more. You just got to know how to party. You got to know how to have a good time. Are y'all there? You have to know that this is okay. And so we have misinterpreted what church is really all about. And so because of that misinterpretation, it keeps a lot of young people from even wanting to be involved. I don't want to go. I don't want to be connected to no church. You can't do nothing. You can't have no fun. We just got to get you in here to teach you how to have fun and make sure you have nice, clean fun, but you can still laugh. You can still have a good time. You can still dance. You can still get your party on, and you don't have to be concerned about being in a place where now everything is dead and all my fun is taken away. Are y'all there? So we must establish a relationship with the desires of our heart. One other thing, when I first got back involved in church and ministry, I had a little jazz collection, and I got rid of it. Because in the apostolic church, they said you couldn't listen to, nothing but gospel. So I'm fresh off the street, wanting to serve the Most High and do what I'm supposed to do. So I stopped listening to the music that I love. The reason why I love jazz so much is because my grandfather was a jazz musician. It's kind of in my DNA. Are y'all there? It's in me. I can't help it. It's part of me. So out of obedience, I stopped listening to it. And then I walked up to my bishop's car once, and my bishop was listening to classical music. And he told me, that's one thing I loved about him. He said certain things to the people, but he kept us ministers pretty free. Don't ask me why. But anyway, he said, when one of the saints gets close to my car, I turn it down because I don't want nobody to slip or whatever they're going to do, because they hear me listen to classical music, then they feel like they have a license maybe to go listen to something else. And so once he had that conversation with me, I recognized, hey, it's all right. I should have never got rid of my jazz. Well, and so I picked it back up. I loaded up my phone with it. I got it wherever I need to have it. But again, for some, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you got to recognize you can have fun here, and you don't have to be in bondage because you are getting your life on the right track. All right? And so all of these things are important. If you have no desires, you can't create expectation. If you have no desire, there's no way to create expectation. And without expectation, if you don't have expectation, you can't get nothing. If you don't expect nothing, you can't get nothing. Are you there? And we tend to get what we expect. And the world will treat you the way you believe you need to be treated. And so without expectation, you got to hold on to your expectation and know that without it, you'll get nothing. And so I have to have my desire must turn into an expectation. I have to be expecting expecting some things, if you're not expecting, if you're not expecting something to be birthed in your life that you have a desire for, then you can just know that nothing is going to show up because you have no expectation. Expectation is powerful when connected with a desire that you may have. We tend to get what we expect again. In the world treats you the way you believe you should be treated. That's why as we walk and as we do what we do and the desires that we have to make sure that we set proper standards for ourselves, because without having a standard for yourself, a lot of times we misunderstand why men or even women today are treated the way they're treated. Yeah, I know that nobody has a right to just do anything to you. I'm speaking about the sisters now. Nobody has a right to just mistreat you and say things against you that shouldn't be said. But you got to recognize that when you out in the street and you wearing everything that a hoe wears, you're going to get a conversation coming at you that a hoe would get coming at her. Are y'all there? See what you got to be careful. I know you don't deserve that, and by no means do you deserve that. But when you dress the part, you will hear that part coming from other people. So if you don't want certain things coming at you, see, the reason why guys will come at you that way is because of the way you look. It's like I'm giving somebody an invitation. I want you to come at me this way because I'm showing everything that I got. Are y'all there? And so we have to be careful when we're out doing whatever we do. And that even goes for guys. Guys got to be careful how they handle themselves too. Especially you guys that are married. You don't need to be out there giving the impression that you're available and you're not. You got to be careful how you even speak to women out there. I mean, you see beautiful women all the time, but you know you married. You can't be walking up to nobody talking about how fine they are, because you getting ready to start something. And so you got to be careful. If you see a beautiful woman, you just got to look at her and say, oh, she's beautiful, and keep it moving, because if you don't keep it moving, all right, you gotta keep yourself together. And not set yourself up for anything that can be harmful to you. What you got to focus on is the desires that's going to be beneficial for you, and not be looking at things that's not going to benefit you. Are you hearing me? So the issue is having right desires. The issue is having the right desire, not eliminating desire altogether. After righteousness is having right desires, hungry and thirsting after things that are correct, things that are right. Those are right desires. And when I have right desires, the expectation for those things that are right will find their way into my life. So I have to make sure that my desires are correct. And when we begin to desire a thing, to yearn for it with all of our hearts, we begin to establish a relationship with it. When we have a desire, we have to establish a relationship with our desire. And so the thing that I desire is just not something passing through my mind, but the thing that I desire, I start developing a relationship with it, because what we've taught here before. If I don't feel it, if I don't have the feeling of the thing that I desire, it's not real to me. I got to feel it, and when I feel it, then I know that it's mine. So I got to start working at developing a relationship with my desires, and not just say I have a desire for something, but I got to work on being one with my desire. Scripture says that if two of you pray and agree, if you pray and agree, just two pray and agree, you can have the very thing that you're in agreement with. And a lot of times we look at that agreement with two people in agreement. It's truth in in that, but also want to let you know today that you got to have an agreement with the very thing that you desire. That's you and your agreement, you and your desire connecting together is the two that need to come together so the desire can be manifested. So when I'm in agreement, when I'm in relationship with the very thing that I desire, then I can see that desire come into my life. Why? Because it's mine before it manifests. I already have it. I'm in relationship with it. And so the only thing that can happen from that point is that very thing must manifest in my life. Why? Because I've already sent the signal to the universe and wherever else I need to send it, that this thing belongs to me. I'm not just hoping and wishing for something. I have developed a relationship with the very desire that I have, so much so that I feel it. I talk about it, and wherever I go, it's a part of me. I've made this part of my life, and whatever becomes part of your life will manifest in your life. That's why you have to have relationship with the very desires of your heart. You got to have it. Got to have that. There's a tremendous power in the habit of expectancy, believing and realizing that our dreams will come true. Say that with me. My dreams will come true. See, and it happens as you start relating to the dream. I just can't keep having dreams, but those dreams got to be a part of me. And as that dream becomes me, then that dream has no choice but to manifest that which has become me. And so when I start having a relationship with my dreams and my visions, and don't just keep having them and stop looking at these things as just being hope this happens. No, we got to get rid of that. We got to know it's going to happen. I know this is going to happen. I feel this is going to happen. The thing that I want to happen, I already feel has happened in my life. And when I feel that it's happened in my life already, then I can expect it to happen in my life, because I'm the creator, creating the very thing that I want to see in my life. I'm the creator, bringing the dream to manifestation in my life. I'm the creator, bringing the vision to pass in my life. So I can't open my own door, because I am the door to all that I desire to create. And so I open my door and I allow my vision, my dream, and the very desires and the expectation that I have to manifest in my life. You've already done it before. Some of the things that you desire, you see them right now today, and you got to keep right on doing the same thing you did to get that manifestation, to get the next manifestation, because you are the creator of whatever it is that you desire. You're the creator of it. And there's a great expectation in the habit of expectancy, believing and realizing that our dreams will come true. Say that again. My dream will come true. Don't say, I hope it happens and maybe it'll happen and I'm praying that it happens. You are the one that will make it happen, and you make it happen because divinity, the creator of the universe, lives in you and all around you and through you. And so you already have what you need to create what you desire. Already have it. Already have it. And so desire, believing and realizing that our dreams will come true. What we believe is coming to us is a tremendous creative motive. What I believe is coming to me is a tremendous creative motive. But I got to believe, and when I believe, then I got to believing and move into knowing. I know this is going to happen. I feel it. Have you ever felt something so much and then it popped up in your life because you felt it. You knew it was time for it. You can't explain some things to people, but you say, I feel it. I already have it. I feel this thing and it's already mine. I know it's going to come to pass. I can't really talk to nobody about it because somebody might interfere with what I'm feeling and start trying to bring doubt to what I'm feeling. So I got to keep my feelings to myself because I don't need nobody outside of me interfering with what I feel because I feel this thing. I know this thing is real and I feel it and I'm walking in it and I'm talking about it. I'm just like the patriots in Hebrew chapter 11. They seen the vision from afar off and they were able to embrace what they saw. And after they embraced what they saw, they began to talk about what they were seeing. You got to know how to embrace it before it manifests in your life. And when you embrace it, it becomes yours. And it's just a matter of time before you see it in your house, in your driveway, wherever it is you need it to manifest. The reality of desire. Desire with vigorous determination to realize it produces creative power. When you have desire, vigorous desire, it brings the creative power and starts the creative juices to flow, and it's producing within you. It's producing. You are creating what's on the inside of you, and that's why you got to get away from stupid people and people that don't know how to talk to your desire, people that don't know how to talk to you concerning your expectation. You don't have to have nothing against them, but you know their talk ain't right. The way they believe ain't right. And so I got to keep to myself sometimes, depending on what I'm attempting to manifest, because there's too many haters and there's too many people that don't want to see me receive the very thing that I desire to receive. So I may have to lock myself up somewhere and wait while I create the thing that I'm creating, because I don't need no interference. It's hard enough for me to stand and hold on to it without you all up in my way and in my business. So I got to lock myself away sometimes and just create what I got to create. And the next time I talk to you, I can say, I was working on this. That's why I didn't have time for this. I was working on this creation, so I didn't have time for all of that. I couldn't go over here because I was doing something over here. I'm busy creating the life that I desire. I'm busy creating what I want to leave for my children. I'm busy creating for my grandchildren. I'm busy creating the very life that I want to leave here. Sometimes people can be in the way. I ain't got nothing against you, but I'm creating. And remember, when you create, it's always done in secret. Don't nobody get a chance to see the bones coming together and everything happening inside of the womb of a mother. The next thing you see is 9 months later, there's the creation. Are y'all there? So you got to know that creation is always done in secret. Nobody can be around when the creative juices are flowing because they'll get in the way of what's being created. So steal away and make it happen. Tell your neighbor, steal away and make it happen. Where does desire come from? Where does desire come from? Good desires come from divinity. And there is a reality to match our legitimate longing or desire. There is a reality to match our legitimate longings and desire. Legitimate is the operative word. I can't have nothing illegitimate and thinking I'm going to have the proper things to make it manifest. It may still manifest if you want it bad enough. Because remember, you're a creator. So you can create something that ain't no good for you. You got to remember that. That's why you got to be careful what you focus on, because you can create it. You can make it happen. How many times have you brought stuff into your life because of the way you was thinking, and you said, man, my God, how did this happen? How did this come in my life? You never thought about the fact that you created that thing. You brought that thing into your life because you are a creator. But if it's legit, see, it won't quit. And you can have that longing and that desire. There's a divinity behind our legitimate desires. There's a divinity behind it. When you have legitimate desires, all the universe, all heaven, everything is at your disposal, waiting to help bring it to manifestation. Why? Because it's a legitimate desire, and it's something that divinity wants you to have. The Creator would never give you a longing or a desire that is not attainable. The Creator would never give you a longing or a desire that is not attainable. The very desire that you have today is attainable. And you have to start there knowing that the only reason why I can have this desire is because it's attainable. Listen. When you ask for something legitimate, when you ask for it, you see, you got to know that whatever you ask for, whatever question you have, is right here in the earth. When you ask the question, isn't that what Scripture teaches us? Ask and keep on asking. Seek and keep on seeking. Knock and keep on knocking. And when you ask for something, when you ask, asking is a question. You got to know that the answer to the question is on the planet. If the answer to the question wasn't on the planet, you would not have had the ability to ask it. You have to, if it's not here, you can't even ask it. So when you ask the question, you need to know that the answer is here, because if the answer wasn't here with you on the planet, you would not be able to ask the question that was not attainable. You see, part of the problem that we have is, how do I attain that which is attainable? That's the problem. So, there are many things I desire, but I won't throw in the towel and abort the process. See, tell your neighbor, don't abort the process. See, it's easy to do, because when you have a desire and you're looking for something to happen with expectation, so many things come at you to make you believe ain't gonna happen. See, that's the first thing you got to do, is get the wrong people out of your way. Because you're going to have enough negativity coming from you. You hear me? See, you're going to have enough negativity coming from yourself, because you're going to be holding on to your desire and looking with great expectation. You're going to be feeling that thing. You're going to know that is yours. And then here comes the other voice. There's another voice that will come and say, ain't no need of you holding on to that. You know, you ain't never been able to get nothing like that accomplished. Who do you think you are? Your mama didn't do it. You know, this don't even run in your bloodline. Y'all ain't never had nothing. Y'all been dirt poor all your life. You ain't never had nothing in your life. What makes you think you're going to be the one to crawl up from out of this? What makes you think you're going to be the first one to graduate from college? What makes you think you're going to have a happy marriage? Ain't nobody in your family ever been happily married. Everybody in your family's been divorced. What makes you think you're different from the people that you came from? And the only thing that you can do is fight off all that negativity and dig deep and say, you know what, maybe they didn't have it. Maybe it didn't happen for so-and-so. Maybe it didn't happen over here. But I'm here to say there's something different happening today. This is a new day. This is a turnaround season for me. I'm turning this thing around. I will stay married. I will be wealthy. I will not be poor. I will not have to struggle like my family struggled. I won't have to do that. Why? Because I have a desire and an expectation, and I already have the very thing that I desire. It's coming to pass. I don't care who don't want to see it. I will see it in my day. The Creator would never give you a longing or desire that did not exist. Did not exist. There are many things that we desire, but don't abort. Don't get rid of it. I believe life has a way of coming at you in a way to see how bad you want it. Not to discourage you or make you abort the desired expectation. That's not what it's for. You focus. Can you relate to being focused on something and somehow it left? See, that's what life do. Life said, okay, now hit her with this. Hit him with this. Let's see how bad do they want that desire. See? And when you can go through all the stuff, and when all the dust settles, you rise up with the same desire and the same expectation. You didn't lose nothing. You went through it. You maybe got a little nervous. Maybe you wasn't sure about some things. But after you went through all of those gymnastics in your mind, you ended up when the dust settled, saying, "I'm still right here, holding on to my expectation. I'm holding on to my desire. It ain't going nowhere. I didn't abort the vision. I didn't abort the dream. I didn't give up on this and I didn't give up on that. Yeah, I was nervous. Yeah, that's humanity that we have. Humanity can get all in the way. That's the flesh telling you that this is impossible. That's the flesh telling you to give up. That ain't nothing but the flesh and other people telling you to quit, give it up. It would be much easier if you just did this. And why are you sitting yourself through all these changes when you don't know when or what? You don't know nothing about it. But how many times have I told you, you can't be worried about when it's going to happen, or you can't be worried about how it's going to happen. You got to be concerned about one thing and one thing only. It's going to happen. And as a matter of fact, I'm going from going to happen to already happen on the inside of me. You've got to know it. And that's what life do. Life say, how bad you want it? How bad you want it? Okay, let's see. Let's see. You believe this is going to happen and this is going to come to pass? You really believe that? You really believe that, Bishop? Okay. Next Sunday when you come to church, half of the people you see here won't be here next week. You still going to hold on to your vision? Huh? You still going to do what you say you called to do? You still going to preach like it's 500 people in the house? See, you got to recognize the test that comes with life. And all life is saying, I hear what you're saying. I'm with you. But I want to make sure you're with you. I'm with you. I'm in you. I live in you. But let me see, are you with you? Are you with you? Huh? When the first storm comes, have we learned how to ride out the storm? Huh? Or do we get nervous enough in the storm that we grab a life jacket and jump off? How bad you want it? You know what? I was meditating on my message this morning over my coffee. And I couldn't help but think about desire. And is the young man named Levon Ball? Lavar? That's daddy, ain't it? Lonzo, thank you very much. Lonzo Ball. And then I thought about his daddy. And I said, you know, the news media and all these people, every time I hear them talk about him, they talk about, well, you know, he's all in the business. But if you ever listen to him talk, see, you mistake what he said. He's just bragging. No, the man is in desire. He's in expectation. That's what it looks like. If you don't know what it looks like, look at him. And when he's on TV, he don't bite his tongue. And you would say, well, he don't give his son time to say much. He don't need to. He's just saying what needs to be reinforced for the world to hear. And he's just focused. He has a desire. What is your desire, boy? I'm going to teach all three of these boys what they need to do to get into the NBA. I'm going to make it happen. Why? That's my desire. That's my expectation. And this is what I'm going to do. To hell what the news media say. What's the results of what I'm doing? Look at the results. 1 down, 2 more to go. Focus. Tiger Woods' daddy. Tiger Woods' daddy. I ain't got to say nothing about that. Huh? Sabrina. The Williams sisters. Look at their daddy. What did he do? If you want to know what desire, expectation, focus looks like, those are 3 examples. You don't care what other people say. He ain't even got to play yet. His shoes are costing $400. So what? If you don't want to buy them, don't buy them. But get your mouth off of him because he's getting ready to be wealthy. And if you want to be wealthy, you better go find some desire, expectation, get you some focus, and know that it's going to happen. I ain't never heard the father or the ball brother say, well, I hope he makes it. I hope he ain't never said that. He even called it. He said, he's going to the Lakers. And because he called it with expectation, Magic said, we need him. He's going to be the franchise of this club. But who called it first? His daddy. You got to know what it takes. And stop saying, I hope it happens. I'm wishing that it happens. I'm praying that it happens. See, Ball wasn't praying that it happened. Ball said, y'all coming out in this backyard. See, because faith without... See, we ain't going to be in the house in a prayer huddle. Nothing wrong with praying, y'all. But we ain't going to huddle in prayer. We're going out here in huddle. Where the court is at. Where the ball is at. Come on. We're going to be out here doing our praying. How we going to pray? We're going to pray with our works. And when we get finished working, this is the results. He put that in them. Do you think he could have did that around people that didn't believe and expect like he did? I guarantee you, if you could talk to him, he'd be saying, you know, people were saying, well, you're working your boys too hard. Man, they don't never get a chance to do nothing. They can't go to the movies. They can't do this. They can't do that. But how many of you know that this guy is getting ready to be able to buy as many movie theaters if he wants to? See, you and I have to learn delayed gratification. I may not be able to do nothing right now, but I just want them to enjoy life. They can enjoy life when you prepare them to become millionaires. That's when you enjoy life. You can enjoy life a little bit when you're working towards some stuff, but you can't spend your whole day and your whole weekend enjoying life and you ain't got no money. After you get finished enjoying your life over the weekend, now you trying to figure out how you going to pay for the trip that you didn't have no money to go to in the first place. You got to get the money first. The birds, I'm almost done. The reality of desire is what we're talking about. The bird does not have an instinct to fly south for the winter if there was no south to go to. If the South wasn't real, there would be no match. So the bird instinctively knows that when the weather changes in the north, that there's been a weather change in the south that's opposite to the weather change that I've experienced in the north. So instincts say, get your wings together, get the family of birds together, y'all get in formation and go to the place that is instinctively in you, because there's something better, there's better weather conditions for you in the south. They couldn't do that if it wasn't a south to go to. Nor has the Creator given to us our heart yearnings, our desires, our soul yearnings for greater things and greater life without a reality to match it. Whatever's on your heart, I don't care how big it is, I don't care if you told me and I didn't believe it. Because you should have more vision. You should have so much vision and so many dreams that it's hard for you to believe it yourself. It couldn't be with you if it wasn't a match for it. If the Most High does that with birds, if he matches the south that they instinctively know to fly to, because there's better weather conditions there, how much more is he saying to us that the desires of your heart are obtainable? He doesn't play tricks on us like that. I'm going to make you have a desire for something, but it really ain't going to happen. Whatever your desire is, there's a match to it. Whatever your desire is, in the north side of life, there is a south side with better weather, better conditions for the manifestation of your desire. There is a reality to your desires. There is a reality behind your dreams, behind your vision, behind your desires. See the desire and become it. See it and become it. There's a match for it. There's a reality. Why did I do that today? Because with all that's going on in the world, this is a good time for the enemy of the flesh and the devils to try to snatch you away from vision, dreams, desire. I'm going to take a step further. Go back to when you was younger. Go back, way back, when you were young enough to feel like there is nothing you can't do. Nothing. See, that's why our little children need to be taught that now. There's nothing you can't do. And we got to instill that in them. But as you grow and get older, we face so many disappointments. The wrong dude in your life, the wrong woman in your life, you know, and around all the stuff that we've been around, all the disappointments in life, all the expectations that turn out to not be what you was expecting them to be. And a lot of people's hearts are sick because a loss of expectation makes your heart sick. And so many things have transpired in our lives over time. We get to this age, 30, 40, 50, and say, okay, let me, you know, and then we just settle for punching the clock every day. No dream, no vision, no life. You settle for a paycheck and making somebody else rich. Well, I'm here to tell you, we've made everybody else rich. I think it's time for us to make ourselves rich. Thank you.